Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hopefully, everybody's doing well out there. Welcome to Markel's TV, the podcast for veterans as well as Social Security information. So, instead of doing my usual, I have topics. I'm going to cover some questions that were left behind. Um, and I'm going to start with the one that was asked in the most recent video. Kind of had nothing to do with the video, but they kind of like brought it up, which was permanent and total status, or total and permanent, or permanent and total, whichever way you say it. Okay. There's a belief out there from some veterans, and I don't know where this come from, that once you reach P&T status, you're untouchable. That is far from the truth. Far from the truth. Now, I recently put out a video about the rules: 5, 10, 20, and 100% rule. That's true protection. P&T status is really a title that entitles you to extra benefits for your dependents. P&T status does not protect you from reduction. It does not protect you from your disability going away. The only thing P&T status means is that you are not scheduled for future exams because your disability is so debilitating that it's going to be with you for the rest of your life. It does not mean you're untouchable. Okay? So when people go, well, I'm 100% P&T, sounds great. How long have you had the rating? Because that's the true measure of protection. 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, 100% rule. That 20-year rule is the end all be all. Okay, not P&T status. Okay, so I made that video. Hopefully, you guys will check that video out to understand this a little bit more. But if you're going around thinking, for whatever reason, that P&T status and you've only had it a year, 2 years, 3 years, means that you're untouchable, you are wrong. You're not even in the ballpark. So please understand that before you go out touting about it, because that's not what that means, that you're untouchable. Okay. I just want to get that one out there first. Okay. Another one was a video Howard and I did with Urban. And we had mentioned not wanting to be alone at an advanced age. Okay. That video left several comments from older gentlemen who are alone. And some were more specific, like, well, what do you mean? Like, you're talking friends and family, you're talking a special friend, or you just talking about being alone in general. Now, there are some people out there that prefer to be alone, and that is your choice. Okay. Even at advanced age, they prefer not to deal with other people. They prefer to just be them in whatever situation they're in, and they're content that way. No, more power to you. When we speak about things, people sometimes think that we're speaking about things as if they're absolute, and they don't listen to the comment. If you really, really watch the video and listen, it says, I prefer not to be alone. Urban was speaking about his situation of not being alone. We never said, which some people interpret it and people hear what they want to hear. We never said that you should never be alone. We were speaking about our particular situations. Okay. I don't want to be old and alone. That's me. You out there, whoever you are, may have a difference of opinion and choose to be alone. That is your choice. But I know if I, can't get out of bed and I'm calling somebody and nobody's there to help me, I'm pretty much stuck. So that's why I prefer to have someone there or have people I can get a hold of who can help me versus I can't do nothing but just later. Okay, so there's a difference. So please, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear us talking, right, if we're not referring to the entire world and we say things like that means I'm referring to myself, not referring to every single person out there. And again, sometimes people hear what they want to hear for whatever reason. Okay. Sometimes people just want to leave comments just to be in disagreement, whatever. But if you hear what we actually said, we were talking about our individual situations, no one else's. Okay. All right. And then the last one, and I kind of spoke to Barry about this one. So on our last live show with Howard and Mr. B, and I forgot who had mentioned it, that we're behind when it comes to technology. Ladies and gentlemen, as I tried to explain, and I don't think I did a very good job explaining it, but that is so far from the truth that we are behind. We are not behind anyone. Okay. As I try to explain, it's all about what Americans are willing to pay for. One of the main reasons why very little gets manufactured in the United States is cost. That's why it is much cheaper for American companies to have it made abroad because labor is so much cheaper for an American company. And then once they get that product back in the US, they can sell it at a much lower cost. Okay, think of companies like Walmart, Target, any of your thrift store, not thrift store, any of your bargain stores or whatever you want to call those. Right, they get much better, like your dollar stores. They get much better deals that way. Now, just imagine those same products being made specifically in the US. What would they cost? So I'm saying that because you may go to another country and you may see robots in the airport passing out flyers or telling you which direction to go in. Cool. But if you think America can't produce that, you're tripping. Because when you actually look at America's place in the world, we're one of the top innovators when it comes to computing, when it comes to cloud service, when it comes to AI, when it comes to chips that power a lot of these things in these countries. We're not behind. Nobody wants to pay for that. That's the difference. There is nothing in any of these countries the US couldn't have made years ago. Not one thing. But who's going to pay for it? We're a capitalist society. Nobody's just making stuff to just show it off to the world. When was the last time somebody just made something just to show it off and it's free in the US? No, we don't do nothing for free in the US. You got to pay for it. Everything in the US, you got to pay for or have it paid somehow. That's why we don't have the newest bridges, the newest roads, the newest whatever. Who's going to pay for it? We are a capitalist society, ladies and gentlemen. So just because you see innovation around the world, we're behind on showcasing our innovation, but we're not behind at all when it comes to technology. You don't get that twisted. What's going on, Mr. B?
Not too much, man. I know exactly what you're saying, and I think I missed the way I said it. We have all the technology. It's just that other countries, like the building buildings, making the stuff, is just that America can't utilize their own technology because it costs too much. That's the way it's supposed to be said. We
It's like
we are we're the best in everything. Ain't nobody there.
I'm not gonna
We're
say we're
so
the best at everything, Mr. B, but I would say this:
mostly,
how
mostly.
much would a pair of shoes cost if they were made in America? I'm just saying. You think about how much you would pay someone hourly, the materials, the marketing, and then you present it to the public. How much would shoes cost if they were made in
Oh,
the US?
it'd be off the chart. I can give you example. I bought some leather furniture, right? I wanted the leather from a different country, right? But I wanted to buy. It was made here in the United States, and when it said made here in the United States, man, you compare it. You know what I'm saying? The price is off the chart. Like just say if it was produced in another country, same material, right? Produced in this country, it 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 don't compare. But the thing is, when it's made in the US, it's made under certain standards. Are you
Correct. That's
That's the
the other thing
difference.
too. Is like people things that like here I talk about all the time. A lot of these apartments are death traps, right? And they're a lot less than what the similar apartment in the U.S. would be because in the U.S. we have different standards. If we implemented the standards here that they have in the U.S., oh, this apartment would be a lot more money because they would have to put a lot more stuff in it to make it up to code to the U.S. So there is a huge difference.
And that's one of the biggest arguments with the United States companies, because they said that because of the standards here in the United States, we can't compete. And they tried to
No,
get America to lower the standards of the other countries or make the other countries comply with on the same level standards here in the United States, which we know that's not going to happen.
I'll give you a perfect example. People love to compare Chinese cars that are made in China, that are made Seoul, Korea, or whatever, to American cars. And they say, oh, this Chinese car will beat this American car, and it is so much cheaper than anything that's made in America. That is true. But the standards are a lot lower. They don't
Hmm.
go through the same safety tests that they do in the US.
No,
They don't. They
not
have
even close.
cars here, Mr. B, that couldn't even get on the road in the US because the US don't even sell them.
Mm-mm.
They have cars made by Ford and Chevrolet here that the US would never allow. In
No, no,
the US,
because
you couldn't drive them in the US.
see, because like you be over there and all of a sudden something goes wrong with one of their cars and it caused a crash, right? Here in the United States, somebody got to be held accountable. Over there, it's like, all right,
It's different. Even the way insurance, the way you insure a car here, Mr. B, it is so different than in the US. In the US, it's mandatory to have liability, right?
mm-hmm,
And it's individual. Where
mm-hmm,
here, liability is a standard, but it's ran by the government.
mm-hmm.
Once the vehicle is registered in your name, you're paying the government.
That's right.
Versus in the US, you're paying an insurance company because you're individually responsible for it,
That's right.
right? But they
Mm-hmm,
call you have to have two separate insurances here. Liability you got to have. Even on a brand new car, they just make you get liability. Now it's up to you if you want to get, full coverage or what they call their version of full coverage. It's different. Standards in these
mm-hmm.
countries are not the same, which is why pricing is different, standard of living is different. What is acceptable here and what be acceptable in the US completely different, which is
It,
why the price points
mm-hmm.
are completely different.
It's just like in Japan when I was talking about JTR, and I said that every 3 years or 4 years, the Japanese people they buy brand new cars because if they had fix the car that they already had, you might as well buy a new one because of the insurance. You follow what I'm saying? Because if you take that car in for maintenance, they'll make you paint like like all the stuff inside the car. They make you paint all the stuff, the numbers on there. Everything has to be put up to standards as brand new. So that would force them to buy a new car. So they just go out and buy brand new cars. Now think
Okay.
about that happening here in America. If every 3 years, if you can't bring the standard up to the car to make it brand new, you had to go out and buy a brand new car.
Think of this one, Mr. B. They have what they call here pica placa, meaning there's one day out of the week where the first number of your license plates determine the day your car can't be on the road because of pollution. Okay. Now, there's a way around that is you have to pay more when you register, right? You
Mhm.
could pay for the year to drive the entire time. Most don't. Okay, most don't because they can't afford it. It's not like it's thousands of dollars. It's only like a couple $100 to pay extra to just drive whenever. My point being, imagine something like that in the US. There's no day.
Oh,
There's no day that you take
oh
off and you don't
man,
work, okay, because we're
man,
trying to save on pollution. But they have emissions here just like we have in the US. I
man.
forgot how it goes, but I think it's every 2 years you do emissions tests for those states that still do emissions.
Hmm.
And here, once your car is older than 5 years, you do an emissions test every year. Every year you got to do that emissions test, right? But that's why they incentivize now electric vehicles, because electric vehicles don't have to worry about their plate having to have that one day. It's not producing any emission. It's electric. So you get to drive whenever, and you get all kinds of incentives, Mr. B, where on your vehicle, depending on type of vehicle you got, they have a vehicle tax. They have another tax for being on the road. All of these taxes are on gas vehicles. They just raise the cost of gas vehicles here with a tax because the incentive is go electric. That's why they got all these electric cars here, right? And why Tesla's here, BYD, Cherry, and all of them. And it's working because what they pay for gas, which is almost $6 a gallon when you add up the liters, and that's why they have these tiny cars. When people complaining, like Howard said, they got these little clown cars. Imagine you have to fill up an SUV here at that price. There's no way. That's why you don't see many people driving cars like that here. You see people mainly motorcycles, super small cars. And that's for a reason. It's expensive here to own a vehicle. You have to pay parking everywhere you go. You got to pay tolls. Just leaving the city, going either in and out, you got to pay tolls. It's expensive to own a vehicle here. I don't think people understand that.
So if you had a 17-gallon tank,
Oh shit.
pull up to the station, and you were telling me about because of the amount of money they get paid. You pull up to a gas station, 6,000 now, and all of a sudden here it is. You got a 17-gallon tank. When you pull away from there, man, isn't that something like 3 months pay or something, 2 months pay or something like
Well,
that?
it depends. Now, that's the thing too. Everybody doesn't make the same. Now, Mr. B, I was saying on the low end,
No,
on
no,
the
no,
low
no. That's
end,
what I'm saying. I'm just
it's
saying like
like
the
$6
average.
a day,
I'm
six,
just saying
six
like
or
the
$8
average.
a day on the low end.
I'm just saying like the average citizen,
Oh, the
like
average citizen here, Mr. B, makes about monthly $1,500 to $1,600 a month.
but that would be still a lot of money if you here you are you had to fill up like 17-gallon. That's a lot of money, man. And
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
they're talking about gasoline around here, man. These prices gonna get crazy, man. The prices are already I mean, it's just like it was before. Every time I go out, I not that I care because I just fill up because I have, what I'm saying, you gotta put gas in the gas tank. So I just look at it and I go, man, how can it went up 20 cents? You know what I'm talking about. I go out, you go out, if you go past the gas station, you just start seeing, you're like, it went up 20%, 20 cents. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, a couple more days more, you pay attention, it's up another 10 cents. And it's going up like that again, like right now.
I would just say like this, Mr. B, and this is kind of like on you personally when you see what's going on around you. You have to make adjustments. Like
Hmm.
things that you would spend money on that you don't really need,
Hmm.
start taking that money and investing it.
That's
Because
right.
I'm looking at a point, Mr. B, where I want the interest that I accumulate to pay for my lifestyle, to pay for like
Hmm.
my rent, my
Hmm.
health insurance, life insurance, cell
Hmm.
phone bill, stuff like that. And then stuff that I get on the side that come from the
Hmm.
government or where it comes from, that's just mine.
Hmm.
Like my life is paid for by interest. My
Hmm.
life is not paid for based on what I get monthly. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. I get
And
exactly what you're
people,
saying.
it's like when you know the situation is not going to get better and it keeps continuously getting worse, then you have to make adjustments for your life to
That's right.
adjust for whatever the situation is. It's like here, there were things I was doing, Mr. B, that I would spend $300-400 a month on. I'm not spending that. I'm taking that 300-400 and I'm putting it in my investment to increase what I get
Hmm.
monthly. So
Hmm.
when the time comes, it's like, okay, well, I got this extra money coming in from interest that
Hmm.
covers my lifestyle. I can care less what's going on. It doesn't
Right.
bother me.
That's exactly what I was saying. It don't, the gas prices and stuff per se. it's not gonna it you know, I see it going up, but you understand what I'm saying? But it is affecting it's affecting everything. It's 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 gonna sooner or later it's gonna because people are getting agitated by the prices around here, and I just say that because when you see, like I said before, you stop at a McDonald's and you're paying you're paying $27, and all of a sudden a couple of years ago it was $5 meal. You know what I'm saying? $5 meal. All of a sudden now it costs 22 costs
Like
twenty
I
two
said, we're not
dollars.
that far behind. We're not that far behind.
It is that's the kind of stuff that's what kind of stuff I was talking about. And I and I was talking to my one friend. He just retired, and he's from Pennsylvania, where I was grew up at. And he said he just retired, and I told him, I said, man, I said, do you see how much the meals cost and stuff? He started laughing. He said, man, and because in Pennsylvania, the uh the prices, like taxes and stuff, man, it's high. And he was talking the same thing. He said, man, people are just crazy. They don't understand, things are getting not lower because the prices are not going to go back down.
No.
We are agreed that they said the prices are what they are.
Okay, Mr. B. That is a McCombo Grand Double Quarter, right? I guess it's
Hmm.
double quarter meal, right? It's basically 51 meal. All right, I'll show you how much that is in Colombian peso. Because we ain't far behind. This is that whole cheap thing. I'm like, well, y'all tripping. That's $16.
That's not even a Big Mac.
That's $16 for that meal. That's here, right? Where it's supposed
Mm,
to be super cheap. No. No, 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 no,
man,
no, no, no.
see, see, and I talked with him for a minute today because I haven't talked to him for a while, and he's talking about his wife is getting ready to retire, and he was like saying there's a lot of people that can't retire. They have to keep on. Me and him around about the same. We're the exact same age, and he's like saying, man, there's people that can't retire. They have to keep going because
Okay,
they can't live the same lifestyle
correct.
as if they retire and they want to stay in that living that lifestyle. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right, but Mr. B, what did they need to do to achieve that though? Did
But
they make any moves
oh
before
yeah,
they
oh yeah,
retired
oh
to
yeah.
achieve that?
Oh yeah, they put stuff on the side. I'm not talking. These are the people I'm talking about. I grew up with. They are very astute to putting stuff on the side, pay themselves first and stuff like that. But once they get to that, you get to that level and you get that style because you're working and stuff. They want to stay to that. They want to
Correct.
still stay at that style and do all the things they do. Like I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do this. They don't even think about it. But now, since things are going like they are, and they're like taking a pause and say, wait a minute, let me wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait and see what
No.
happens. And
Yeah,
I
but
keep, it ain't
okay,
gonna
but Mr.
happen.
B, if you look at what our buddy Tommy is doing, this Tommy is a perfect example
Hmm.
of something that I did years ago because you can see this coming.
Hmm.
Tommy owns rental properties.
Right.
Tommy's disabled veteran. Tommy's
Hmm.
gonna get retirement from Boeing. So
Hmm.
by the time he retires,
Oh yeah.
he's not gonna
It's
miss his lifestyle that he's
no,
still living
no,
right
no.
now.
Oh, he's not.
But if
No, he.
you but if you are just 401k, and people don't understand the difference in the 401ks.
Hmm.
401ks are a killer for people who don't understand because it was never it
No, it's
was
never.
never really designed for you to live on.
Mm-mm,
401k is just pre-taxed, right? And
mm-mm,
people are
mm-mm,
finding that out the hard way. You have two
mm-mm.
different types of 401ks, but I'm just saying, Mr. B, if you know you're gonna retire, just like I was forced to retire, okay, how can I still maintain some type of lifestyle that I'm living now before I'm forced to retire? I had to invest. I had to save. I had to sacrifice. I had to build up a nest egg, and this is the interest I'm telling you about. I had to build up a nest egg to where I got interest coming in that covers my life, that I don't touch my VA money, that I don't touch my Social Security money to pay for anything. That's just money I could just go out and fuck around with. You understand what I'm saying? So let's
Yeah.
just say I'm getting 12 grand a month, right? But my interest is paying my rent and all my other stuff.
Hmm.
What the fuck can I do with 12 grand a month? But
You
but
good.
you prepare for that though, Mr. B. It kills me when people go, well, I wanted to retire, but I gotta keep working. What did you do? What did you sacrifice? What did you give up to make your life at this age and stage of your life better instead of doing the same thing, hoping it'll get better? Because Social Security, unless you made six figures your entire 30-year career, you're not going to reach that 45,
Mm-mm.
4700
No,
dollars a
no.
year level. Ain't happening.
I'm just I'm just talking about some of the people that I know. They try to live. They were lit like they keep working because they go beyond. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but Mr.
They
B, what
they
did they do though? What did they do to set themselves up? If you're just doing 401k,
right.
Social Security, you ain't getting there with that. Ain't
No,
happening.
no, no, no. They own other business stuff like that. It's just that they try to push the. You know how some people push the label.
Okay.
And these are the type dudes I'm talking about. They push the label and they say, they have stuff to the side, but all of a sudden they can live comfortable, really, really good. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want they don't want I don't know. Because like just say like this. If you ask a billionaire, you said, what do you want? And they said, I want another billion. You get my point? And that's how they are. But some people are happy where they're at. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
already have stuff to say, okay, I'm gonna live at this level, and but then you got some people that are like, mm-mm. They want to, they still want to continue. And we
But
were
see,
like,
we have perfect examples. What's going on, Wally? We have perfect examples on the live stream right now with Steele, with Tommy. We've had
mm-hmm,
Urban. We've had Big Moose of people who are retired or getting ready to retire.
mm-hmm,
They have things outside of their jobs that they know, okay, if I want to maintain this lifestyle I got right now while I'm working, I got to have
mm-hmm.
something to replace this
That's
money,
right. That's right.
right? But if you don't put anything to replace that money, I don't know how you expect to
No,
live the same lifestyle
no,
because it ain't happening.
no,
What's
no. What
going
I'm just
on?
I'm just listening to the
What?
they're just they're just trying to they keep trying to continue to climb. Like some people just try to continue to climb and try to climb. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
To the
you talking about reaching a different level, not maintaining. You talking about
No,
getting
they talk.
even more.
No, they want to go more.
Oh,
I
damn.
just,
Okay.
I'm just that's who we're talking about. He said, man, these guys just want to go, and he said, and he was like, they're searching. What I'm saying, they just I don't get it. And we're like saying, you're gonna get to one point where that you're gonna just time is up. You can't take it. You can't take it with you. You follow what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to go too far, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're gonna be in the box.
What's your opinion on that, Watt?
he all over. I don't know if he's the first to sound like it was the economy is getting more expensive and the people can't stay afloat, but they own a business and stuff like that. It's just kind of contradictory. It's not making sense to me.
No,
I
no,
don't know
no,
what your stand is on it.
no. What I no, we were talking about. I was talking about a different class. We were talking about that first, and then I was talking about some people that
No,
I
I heard you
know.
said you had a buddy that just retired or
Yeah,
something like that.
he retired, but he's happy and content where he's at. And then when you have other friends that want to live above that and they want to keep soaring, and we were like saying,
Or they gonna have to keep working.
yeah, I know
Oh,
that's what I
shit.
was
Nah,
saying.
no. Mm-mm.
That's what I was saying. We were saying that's what I was talking. That's what we were talking. That was what the conversation about. And I was like saying, eventually you can't take it with you. You're gonna
I, I,
you're
I
gonna
mean, what are
you're
they?
gonna
what are they trying to climb to? Like, I mean, the a certain
They just
status,
yeah,
or what do
yeah,
you mean?
they keep chasing it. They're
They
chasing
workaholics. They don't have a life. They just work,
Yeah,
work,
that's different.
and things of that nature.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
It
They're
different.
sounds like
like
they
that. Yeah,
how
that's
how old are
basically
these
it.
people, Mister B? Because I know you
They're
up
around about the
there.
same.
So
They're around about the same age as I am, and
so you mean that they out there hustling? But what was they doing in their younger life to get them to where they at now? And they still
they they all type. They got all types of fields, man. You'd be surprised, and they just that's just them, man. That's just their life. That's just their life, man. And me and him
that
were like saying
that sounds
we
like
don't
no
under.
social life.
Bro,
No, they have social life. No, no, don't get me wrong. They do. They live a pretty good life. It's just that I don't know. Some people just chase like boom.
we
They
just
want to
want
go.
more. Yeah,
They just
yeah.
want more. That's what I was talking about. They just want more and more. And we're like
They,
saying,
I was just gonna say, imagine, guys, you know what you know now. They could turn back the clock 30 years
uh,
or 20 years, 25 years to what you know now, Wally.
mm.
How dangerous would you be right now?
Oh no, I actually started investing in my Roth IRA and my mutual funds back in 2002. So I had already started that. So that's already a nest egg in its own. And
Well,
I mean, I
that's
started
when
early, and
I
that's
didn't. I ain't gonna
th-
even lie. I did not, Wally,
well,
because
that's
I
when
didn't
they.
understand. I didn't understand money. Somebody had to teach me about money because the people I grew up with didn't know
financial
nothing about
literacy.
money either. Didn't
Hmm.
know nothing about credit. Didn't
Hmm.
know nothing about money.
Hmm.
So when you don't have people who know about these
Mm.
things,
That
you just
knowledge,
out there in the wind. You just out there in the wind making bad decisions.
right?
Yeah, because they started talking about the what Wally's talking about. They changed the retirement and they started talking about IRA. Because I remember before I had to go meet with congressmen and they were talking about um giving us having setting up accounts for military like IRAs and all that stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
they asked me what did I
That's
think about
before the
that, and
TSP.
yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
I told them directly. I said, I don't want you really don't need to set up an account for me, and I don't want no more money in my how much food and all that stuff. I said, increase my pay. I said separate the budget from the military equipment and have a personnel and just um give us a pay raise on our pay separate. You know what I'm saying? So for your retirement, you know what I'm saying? Because when you retire, they base off how much money you get, not by your VHA, your BA. You know what I'm talking about, your housing allowance. I said, I don't want that. And the guy looked at me and I said, why don't you just separate our pay from the rest of the budget? And he told me, he said, because the general wants their toys. And I told him, I said, wait a minute, you're the general's boss. Man, that dude wanted to chop my head off. He said, wrap this up. And I was like, you understand what I'm saying, Markel?
I
Like
understand the part you're saying about.
your housing allowance. They're
I
talking about your
understand the
housing.
part you're saying about your basic pay determines how much retirement you get when you
Right,
retire from the military.
right,
Correct.
right.
Right. And
That's
And
I
I was
understand
understood.
you're saying about increasing the pay because you want your retirement to be higher. I get that part, but it's still going to be taxed.
yeah.
That's still
Oh
taxes.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's still gonna be taxed, but the way the Congress do it every time they screw us because like just say you have a career of 20 years, right? And you getting pay increases and stuff. And if they separated our pay from the rest of the budget, it'd be hard for them to look at military member out or the public and say, "Oh, we're going to give them a low pay raise." Because I always told them, I said, every time you guys say we're going to get uh, a 3% pay raise, I said it goes down to 3%, then it goes to 2.2%, and then all of a sudden it's 1%. I said it's wrong. I said, why don't you just separate it? And he started referring to the generals want their toys. I was like, because whenever they start talking about nuclear or talking about equipment, they ain't talking about us. They're not talking about the people. They can care less about us. And that was my biggest thing. Because just say um like just say like the VA pay, like your VA pay versus your military retirement. I remember when I was with all these different organizations. We fought to get CDRP and CSRP. We were going crazy on that, and I was fought, and then finally we got it passed where that they didn't reduce your uh reduce your retirement of your VA. They make sure that that there was no offset
There's
if
still an
you're a
offset.
hundred
You got to
percent. No,
file for
no.
that.
If you're, I'm saying if you're, yeah, you have to file for it 100%. But if you get if you file for it, you didn't know, they'll back pay you up to that when if you retired. They'll so you could get that. But some people they don't do it and they don't know, and it's it's crazy. But we fought for a long. I think I was in around about uh 14 years in the military, and we started fighting for that, and we're trying to get guys to write their congressmen, like military members and stuff, because we're getting ready to retire and stuff. And then finally, just before I retired, they passed it. Because I remember that's when Ron Dillon's days. That's way back when. This brother from California, I think it was.
Yeah, but see, that still goes back to kind of what we talked about before, where you got to take personal responsibility too, though, Mr. B, because okay, the government is only going to do so much.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's when you got
exactly.
to step in and say, okay,
Hmm.
what kind of life do I want to live? Do I just want to
Right.
live on this projected retirement of $2,500 or $3,000?
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
do I want to live on 12, 15, $20,000 a month?
Yeah,
I gotta take
that's
responsibility
right.
to figure out how I'm going to reach that goal. But Raleigh, I'm glad you said Roth IRA instead of traditional IRA.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of people right now getting killed on their retirement that they didn't know the difference and didn't understand the difference between a Roth and a traditional IRA. Because once they go to get that money, they're thinking, well, I'm not going to get taxed. Wrong. You can get hit with a penalty. The government
It's
still
tax
don't get their money.
deferred. Yeah.
They still don't get the damn money
We
too.
and this is another thing I used to laugh at. I used to tell my friends, they said, when I get out, I'm gonna buy a house. I said, man, you better buy that house before you retire. And they said, why? I said, because when you retire, before you get a job, I said, you're gonna have to get a job right away, and it's got to be paying a certain amount of money, because like there's this period, this grace period that you got to work for that job for you can get that loan for that house that you want. You follow what I'm saying? And they were like,
No, if
"What are
they
you
was
talking
military,
about?"
they got the VA loan and they got different grants and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like that.
know,
Were
but
they in
yeah,
the
I know,
military
but
or
yeah, they're in the military. But what I'm just saying is, just say the rank that you're at. You follow what I'm saying? And you're getting paid a certain amount of money that's coming into your house. You retire, and then when you retire, you try to go out and get a loan. It will affect the how much money you can borrow, because that job that you got, you have to be in that job for a certain period of time before you before you can get that. You don't talk about the qualify for that loan. And that's true. That maybe is different now, but back then it was very true. And I used to sit there and tell them, I say, hey, look, man, if you're gonna do that, just say you know where you're going. You're gonna buy a house. I said, dude, I said, go ahead and go fly out there, because they'll fly you out there to your residence or wherever you want to go. Find a house, um, put money, put in for the loan, and before you retire, and then get your house, you don't have to worry about that, and then you have your job lined up, and then you ain't got to worry about that grace period, because that's how they did it before.
Let me
so
ask you
they
this.
retired,
Yeah, there it is.
went back
two
to
two
work?
years minimum at your job. Yeah, yeah, man. You man.
Well, Tommy, since you on here, is it worth buying a home in 2026? Is it worth it?
Oh man. Well,
I
de-
came to the conclusion
it
myself.
depends on
I
your
mean,
age.
the only reason I was going to do it, was to leave a
Right.
brick and mortar behind for my children. But who's
That
to say
that
that they gonna want to live in where I land at? You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? fuck. I'll just make sure that that they financially secure. To, go ahead and at least start. But shit, when I go, I don't want to leave them no debt, and I don't want to leave them no property taxes or whatever. Because like I said, if they don't want to stay there, you know what I mean. What's gonna happen to the house?
Oh, they sell it.
That
They're
was
gonna
my
sell it.
thought process, Wally. Is I have a grant from the VA right now I can use to purchase a
Mhm.
home.
Hmm.
But where I would want to purchase the home is not where they are because I wouldn't be responsible for property. They're in Arizona. I would buy a house in Texas or Florida. That means what? One of them would have to move to Texas or Florida. They may not want to do that.
Right.
Well, it's
Right.
like I'm kind of a conundrum, Wally, where okay, I can buy it, I have no property taxes, and then they're just gonna sell it. So what was the point of me getting it? Because I
Yeah.
don't want to live in it.
I
Now,
buried
now,
I buried I buried a lot of guys that
now
what
looking
that
at it like that.
the situation what you're talking about. I sat around a lot of tables with a lot of families that their parents passed away and they're in a certain area, and then all of a sudden they have to they're in different states, and now their parents have a house, and all of a sudden they're not going to move here, and then all of a sudden they're not even thinking about the house. Some of them just give kind of like give the house away. I'm just telling you the
Yep.
truth.
Pretty
They'll
much.
just they'll pretty because they don't want to just say if the
I don't want to
house
deal
is
with it.
worth they don't want to do it. They just say, "Hey, I'm well off myself. I really don't care. I'm serious. I really don't.
That,
I just want to get this. I just want to get this out the way. I don't want the stuff inside the house. I just want some personal stuff, the pictures and stuff. But the rest of this stuff, hey, that's the way they feel. And I just sit there and say, I just help them out to do all the paperwork to get it done because I did it for I can't even remember how many because I've been around and explaining to them about the paperwork. Just like when somebody passed away and they have to go to the like to the base to get all the paperwork filled out. There's a block on there when they start asking about how did a military member died. They better check saying that he died from a
Service
condition in the
connected
military.
disabilities.
They better check it because if they don't,
They
they'll
ain't
get
paying.
screwed.
They ain't paying.
They no, because you're putting the onus, on the VA to come back and tell you no, because then he didn't die, and then you got something to fight. But if you checked on there and say no, you ain't got nothing to fight. You Markel, no,
so
you ain't there.
I'm thinking about the what's that? The survival, the SBP that is offered by
Survivor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
by retirement. I didn't even think about the VA and the benefits from that.
Talking about
It,
How's
it's
y'all
DIG.
it's
week
a
going?
lot, bro. You know what, Wally?
Huh?
It's a lot. As you get older, you realize when you have kids. That's why I'm trying not to have that much stuff, Wally, and just leave them money. Just leave them
Mm-hmm.
insurance policy and money,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
they got to unravel your whole life. If I were to buy a property overseas, now they got to try to deal with
Mm-hmm.
property overseas. They don't even
Mm-hmm.
speak the language. They don't know nothing about this country. So it's like I'm putting a burden on them that they don't need, and which is
Right.
why I tell people, man, have that part of your life in order, especially
Yeah.
dealing with the VA, so they don't have to deal with it because they don't know a goddamn thing about who to talk to,
And
where to
yeah,
get started, nothing. Have
I
all
had a.
that ready, and
That's
in your
true.
oldest or whichever child that you deal with the most, let them know, give them a clue of what they need to do if that time comes, so they got an idea of what's going on instead of just being completely in the dark, Wally, and they don't have a fucking clue what to do.
I had to sit
Well,
down with.
certain
I had to
certain
sit.
family members got access to to one of my safes where all that documentation is. My legal bonding will and all that stuff. Um, so they know, okay, this is a combination, or one of them I gave the actual key to. So in the event that something does happen, they can execute on my. But it's already done. It's just taking it to
Right.
whatever it might be to be executed.
I
So
had a I had to sit down with a family, and I know my friend. He had a lot of stocks. He's like I don't know why he worked, but he did it because he just wanted something to do. He was a multi-millionaire dude, and I was like, and he just boom, he was gone, and I sat down with him, and they had to literally all his he had a lot of
You
boxes all
said
over the
boom, he was
place.
gone. Then you sat there with him, or you sat there with him before
No,
you boom.
I said he just boom. I said boom, he
Right.
was gone, and then I had to sit down with the family and go
Oh,
over all this stuff because he had all these PO boxes all over the place, and he had all these investments, and they were mail coming all over the place. And I told him they have to leave those boxes open for around about at least a year to find out where all his assets were. Because this
that's because he
dude,
tried to keep it away from probably a darn a vicious young lady.
yeah, so basically, and he had a business too, and I had to sit there with them and explain to them, and even I did the funeral. Man, I said, man, I'm serious. I had to sit up, with the funeral, sit there with them. I told them, I said, look, this is how what's goes on. The funeral set up, and if all of a sudden you want to have a funeral here, and then all of a sudden the body has to be transported to the next state for the other family. See what I'm talking about? It's a lot of
Federal.
stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into all of a sudden if you pass away. So some people don't realize how it's difficult because the family members are so upset and they're not thinking clearly, and they can get you can have people because like the people that you got to pay the bills at funeral, they're vicious.
Yeah, the funeral home. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
Definitely,
are they are
definitely,
they are
definitely.
vicious because I can give you an example. This is
Well,
and
before
this
you
is
get too
what
deep, before you get too deep in that, let me answer this real quick. Viper says having investments in the stock market plus having a home, it is diversifying your investments. At the end of the day, you will pay off your home. Meanwhile, renting will always go up yearly. That's a different way of looking at it. I look at it like this, bro.
And
When
cola
when
goes
I'm
up here.
gone, that house is no longer tax exempt. Them kids got to pay
Mhm.
taxes on that house.
Yeah, you
So
even when you're alive.
when you're talking about investment and rent going up, well, so does my interest. My interest on the money that I'm leaving them is going up as well. I just mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you were on earlier, but I live off interest. I'm not trying to live off VA, Social Security, my other money from my old company. I'm trying to live off the interest of money I have invested. While the principal stays the same, the interest funds my lifestyle. The rest I can put away.
I don't touch none of that shit. I let the interest, the
Now,
dividends just
now,
roll. Just keep on
right.
rolling. Just keep
So,
I
on
do it a
rolling.
different
so
way, Wally, because as long as what I got coming in monthly is more
Mhm.
than what my interest is, I'm gonna live off the interest and take what I get monthly and save that and let that roll.
right,
I do it in
right.
And
reverse.
Like
yeah,
just
yeah,
say,
but think about it. You make probably double as what I make on a monthly basis based on your status or whatever it might be. So I
I'm
can
just saying,
understand.
yeah,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're
but
but
saying.
okay, but there's a situation. Just say like people that bought homes a long time ago. You got a 2% interest rate on a house, and all of a sudden, you know, you move out of this house and you just rent it out. You're gonna create. That's what kind of like Barry would. He probably did it early on, and those loans you're never gonna see I don't think you're ever gonna see a 2% interest loan anymore. That's you think so,
No,
Markel?
it's back to the
no,
past, man.
but the point though, Mr. B, is that's something that you're leaving your kids that got to deal with because it's no longer
Right.
tax exempt. When you close your eyes, the
Oh,
state or
that's
whoever,
oh
wherever
yeah.
that property is, they want money now. The
Oh yeah.
kids
They
got to
want
deal with that.
Right. You better and another thing too, you better have a will and have that stuff written out because if you don't, the state takes control and you have to go to the petition the state and have somebody become the executor of that account, or the state will be the executor and tell them what they're going to do and who's going to get
Okay,
what.
okay.
see, maybe
This
your kids might be well informed, Mister B. I'm sorry, Markel, but
go ahead, Wally.
shit, most children nowadays they don't even have financial literacy at the end of the
No.
day. So you know what I mean, leaving
Hmm.
all the weight on their shoulders, they gonna get the man. They gonna get ripped apart by lawyers or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? And now you putting a burden and stress on them.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
that's why
And
I
they
had
gonna
to
say,
step in.
"Screw it." You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had to
Get a
Take
step
house. I
it,
don't
in.
care about the
take
house.
it,
Take the
state,
house.
take it,
I
state.
don't
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I stepped in on many accounts for I can't even number how many families. But anyway, but there you have some that are well to do, and then you have some that are not. And the ones that are well to do, all they want to do is they just want to off that thing. They don't even want they don't want
Let
nothing
me
to do with it.
let me react to this one real quick. It says once you pay off your home, especially if you reside in a state where there's no property taxes for disabled veterans, your monthly expenses will be minimal and have stability of home ownership. I
HO.
guess HOR home. Okay. Well, first of
Yeah.
all, let me give my debate on
You're
that.
still
Okay,
gonna
because
pay
I
you're
don't.
gonna pay insurance. You're gonna pay insurance.
Okay, I disagree with this wholeheartedly for this reason. Not only are you paying insurance, you have repairs. I don't know how old this home is you're talking about, right? But let's just say your minimum monthly, let's just say you're just coming out utilities and homeowners insurance. Let's say you're spending monthly $800, if that, $800. Okay. How much is it going to cost to repair the HVAC when it goes out?
Shit.
I can tell you right
Replace
Let's
now.
let's say it's 30 grand,
a
right?
1 or 2 U.
Let's say it's 30 grand. Because I'm trying to understand the logic behind this because they say you're saving. How much is that roof going to cost?
I
How
can
much
tell
is that
you.
HVAC system
I
going to cost?
I can tell
The
you the
hot water
roof.
heater to replace it.
Hey,
The
look,
dishwasher,
I can
the
contest on that
refrigerator.
roof. I can contest on the roof because I just replaced it. That's $24,000 coming out your pocket, just like
All,
that.
all I'm saying is, bro, for what people think they're saving, for whatever you think you're saving, you saved
Mm,
it to repair something that broke in your house. So you ain't really saving nothing. You're gonna break
no,
even at the end.
no, you gotta pay that stuff. Like all of a sudden you just go write that check $24,000 just like that, and then all of a sudden, if something goes out again or something else goes out, and now you gotta pay. Okay, just then I gotta pay to have the house painted. Okay, that's another eight thousand
Oh,
dollars,
and
and then I
one thing
gotta.
we left off was HOA. I'm sure you're gonna buy somewhere that's a HOA.
There
You're
you
gonna have
got
that
it.
forever. That ain't
No, but
going
the
nowhere.
Yeah, but the HOA is going to nickel and dime you because you got to upkeep the property to their standards,
Mhm.
and if you don't, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of.
And then if you renting it out and you got unruly tenants and stuff like that, you know what I mean,
Oh
messing
man,
your stuff up and all that stuff,
I
and
wouldn't.
you got
I
to
would use
repair
a
and all that. Like I
no. I
heard
use a
some
company.
horror
I use a
stories, man.
Yeah. You have to
Oh
get a
That's
company.
wow.
You have to.
that's
You
a
know.
property management company. That's but still you can't never vet exactly how a person is. You just gonna know the outer shell of it. But they get in your shit and start doing X, Y, Z. Okay, cool, you get a company, but just that to have the disrespect of doing this to my stuff and you don't even own it. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
but
you
but
really want to actually do something to like besides just kicking them out. But that's the stuff you got.
right.
That's the heartache you got to deal with.
But if you have a company out where I'm at right now, they come and inspect that joint every 30 days. You can have that contract where they come in there and look around and look at that property when you have a company manager do it for you. Because I wouldn't
What tenant?
you know
What
what?
tenant?
There's
What
no
tenant? What tenant would
there's
want to live like that? Like I got to be inspected every 30 days. I mean, like I said,
Section
I
8.
don't expect the place to be immaculate. You know what I mean? But
Section
it's
8.
and the one another thing, the military,
Section
that's
another
8.
thing,
different.
you
That's
rent
different. That's a
just say
different.
just
I
say
mean,
just say you
based
rent
off
to the
of
military.
how things.
Just say you rent to the military, right?
That don't matter.
That's
That
the
does not
best. Yeah,
matter.
yes, it
What,
does.
what
Yes,
does
it
that
does. That
matter? What
mil
does that matter? When
no,
you can get the
because
first sergeant about it, they
no,
still
listen
screw
to
your shit up.
no, listen to me. That
Oh my
the base will pay for all that, and they
Oh,
will
you talking about
garnish.
on the base. You're not talking
Yeah,
about
people that work.
outside the base.
I'm talking about people that work. That people that rent your house and they work on base. They're military members. The government will
Is a
pay for
military
everything.
clause?
Yeah, because the
No,
military will.
Mr. B. No,
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 no, I'm telling.
no,
Look,
no,
listen.
no.
I have friends. I have a
What are they
friend
gonna
that
garnish
owns three.
they
He
gonna garnish
owns
the
three.
members'
He
paychecks?
owns three home. Yeah, they will. They will take it out,
Mr.
and because
B.
because they
Mr.
do it.
B.
Hold on, they do agreement
Okay, that's
with the
different.
base, the housing
That's
office.
different. That's different. You're talking about housing
We
through the
talking about
base.
off base. Yeah, we talking
We're
about off
talking
base.
about off base where the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
soldier. No, 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 no. We're talking about where the soldier, not the base, is getting the house on their own. They're
Yeah,
renting the house,
signs the lease.
not the base is has an agreement off post. No, that's different. That's a whole different scenario. You
Yeah,
keep
but
them
that's
confused.
no, but what I'm trying to explain to you is I have a friend that owns around about 3 or 4 homes, and he prefers a military person staying inside his house because he knows that the base is gonna garnish their pay. But if you have a civilian that's in your house, they could be in that mug for they can be in that mug forever. You be stuck like Chuck. And even though you have a management company, it's different in every state, Markel. That's what I'll put it to. But
Just
here in this
because you're
state,
in the military don't make you have good hygiene and stuff like that.
no,
I mean, you just in the
Wally,
military.
Wally. Let me explain something to you, Wally. If you're in the military and you don't pay your bills downtown,
You
that
saying pay
person.
your bills? We talking about
I'm
screwing
talking
your
about your
crib
rent.
up.
I'm talking about your rent. Just say
But
you
Mr.
rent
B,
in a
you're talking
house.
about something different though.
How you,
You,
you
you,
shift the
you're
narrative.
conflating two different things. If you're just a soldier and you go off post and you rent a house or apartment or whatever it is, and there's no military agreement, then they gotta sue you. Yeah, when they sue you and then take that paperwork when they win to the base, yes, they're
Hmm.
gonna take their money out of their check. But what you're referring to is an agreement that the base has off post with housing. That's
Right.
different. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
totally
yeah.
different.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
saying
different
they. I'm
places.
just saying around here, That's how they have it set up with the housing office. You go through them, and that's all I'm just saying.
But
That's
all
the
this stuff
smart way of
sounds
doing
like
it.
a headache, Mr. B. I mean, again, just because you have the title of being in the military does not mean you all of a sudden learn how to clean up after yourself. Most of these people, these kids, coming right from out their mom's bedroom, eating pizza and
I'm
cokes and
not.
playing the video game. They don't know
I'm
how to
talking about
wash
the.
their
I'm
clothes,
talking.
how to wash their. But go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just talking about the person that is renting the facility. They can care less about whoever going to stay. They just care about they're going to get their money. All I'm just saying is they go. They
I
have
care that you treat my property with respect because I'm allowing you to live
I
into
couldn't
my
have no
property.
property, Wally. I
no,
couldn't. I
no.
couldn't do a
That's the reason
very
why.
big
That's the reason
move. I
why.
couldn't. I couldn't.
That's why I
I
could.
couldn't
That's
do it.
why, if where I'm at right now, I could have bought a bunch of homes and did that like my friend. But I said I cannot put up with it because my uncle sat there and explained to me he owned apartment complexes, and he told me he said he had to get rid of them. He said that is the most biggest headache because it's hard to evict the person, and he said, and then they be tearing stuff up.
Yeah, it's not their shit.
Yeah, they
He
don't
said
care.
they he said they
They don't care.
well, my one friend that got these 4 homes, what he did was he fixed up the house where it was. I mean, it was a nice house, and then all of a sudden, the lady had to pay uh first month's and last month's rent. He went there, and I was in the house. They didn't cut the grass. It was immaculate when he gave it to her. They had holes in the wall, crayon marks all over the wall. You know what the lady said about time when they were getting ready to get out, and he went and inspect the house. They had like $4,000 worth of damage. You know what the woman said to him? I guess this means I'm not going to get my deposit back. I said, I told him I would have lost it. The police would have been out there. I said, that's why I won't rent a house. I said, I said, I couldn't do
Why,
it.
why would a landlord kick you out?
Oh, you talking about the comment with Viper? Yeah, I don't get
Yeah,
that one either.
are we talking about, you
He's
know,
saying when you own your home, but you never technically own your home. But he's
yeah, you
saying
still
when you
paying
have
rent.
home ownership, it's yours versus you renting and you can get kicked out. I don't never worry about getting kicked out, Wally, because there's too many places
Yeah,
to
as
go.
No,
long as you
Worst
no.
case scenario,
and
the
Long as
hotel
you,
will take
long
your
as
ass
you
and they'll
pay,
never throw you
long,
out.
long as you,
that's what
long
I'm
as you
saying.
pay
Is
your
this
bill.
the record towards seasoned people that's like us, like that's responsible and
Yeah,
pay
getting
our
trust.
bills and respect the darn the community. Like I'm not really. I mean, I was worried about getting kicked out when I told you they gave me a violation for the music,
Yeah.
but I calmed that shit down. You know what I mean? Look, you gotta adapt to your surroundings. But
And that's
if a
that,
landlord kicks me out, I mean, I'll move on to the next. You know,
yeah, there's
but they
plenty
better
of
have
places,
legal.
Wally, to
They
go.
better they better be legally correct because I don't. I mean, let's just say we just have a difference of opinions. You rather own your home or whatever, you know what I mean, your stability and stuff like that. Me, it's just me. And I lost that mentality of my grandparents and stuff like that because I see how um one of my grandparents' house is going to shambles because nobody's there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
there, and it's just depleting. I mean, it might be some squatters in there at the end of the day. I don't know, but
Right.
I remember back in the day that was the mentality passed on to the children and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was our culture and our generations. Now it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
But
that's the
now,
thing too, Wally, is that family usually get in a fight. Then
yeah,
there's you got lawsuits, you got people. I don't want all
man.
that, bro. Here, money, divide it up,
Mm-hmm.
fuck it up, do whatever
Mm-hmm.
you want. I ain't here no more. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care.
Yeah.
And
But
it's clean.
HO,
It's clean, Wally. Bam, you got it. I'm done with it. Ain't
yeah.
nothing else you gotta take care of.
See, HOAs, HOAs sometimes, man, HOAs can be good because you know why? You here it is, you got a house, and then so all of a sudden your neighbor goes ahead and paint his house pink. You can't sell your house. You know what I'm saying? He paints it fluorescent pink, and there goes the neighborhood. You follow what I'm saying?
yeah.
He don't
I mean
cut it. All of a sudden,
that's
your
part of
value of your
HO. You don't
house,
cut your grass. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's
your
why
your
Broken down
value your
cars
value of your
everywhere,
house.
trash everywhere.
You
that's
got
why it's in place.
cars parked on the front lawn. You all of a sudden your house was worth $1 million, right? He moves next door to you, and all of a sudden he paint the house flamingo green, got cars parked in the front. Now you said I'm moving out, and all of a sudden your house used to be worth 1 million. All of a sudden now it's worth 600,000. You think he's gonna be happy about that? Mm-mm.
Hey,
No.
this person commonly is either a young dude or an old sergeant major or something. Because living on in base housing,
Oh no.
you have
Mm-mm.
no privacy.
No.
Like
No rights. You ain't got no rights.
I did it when I first moved. I think to Europe the second time, and I couldn't wait for
Oh.
that year to be up because you don't have no privacy, man, and like that community is so much in your business and stuff like that, and nah, I'm cool. That I didn't enjoy that community, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because
I'd rather be off base and get that BAH and that
hmm
BAS. Because if you
they
stand on and the colas if you're overseas, but if you stand on base, you don't get none of that.
I don't know if they allow you to
Yes,
live on
yes,
base. You can live on
yes,
base again
yes,
because I remember they shut it off and
What as
they brought it
retirees?
back.
yes.
Yes,
As
yes,
retirees?
you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
I wouldn't want to live on base. No, mm-mm.
first of all,
you, you ain't got no rights. You on
I
that?
get caught up with so much shit entering that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like
Hey, that's the thing. I mean,
I gotta
on the one
remember
hand,
You on the
if my
federal?
pistol in the armory or if it's in the vehicle. You know what I mean? Like man, it's
Nah,
just too much,
on the one
man.
hand, though,
you done.
Wally, you got hell of security. You ain't got to worry about nobody breaking in and getting
Oh,
your
that's
shit.
true. But you
Mm-mm.
That's on
got
the one
but you're on
Hey,
the federal
buy a
law.
dog,
You're on the
man.
federal
Buy a
law.
dog.
You
hand.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey,
Buy a
like
dog. Get a
You
weapon.
under the federal. See, people don't know you under the federal law. You're not under the
Oh
state
yeah,
law. You're
yeah.
under the
And
federal
that
law.
shit
You ain't.
said it said fucking big in that on that white sign where it says attention, y'all. And all you see is federal law. It starts out
And
with
then
that.
the base can use the state law to get you. If they get nasty, they can use both. No. Mm-mm. I'd rather stay
And,
downtown.
and all you
Mm-mm.
did was went out for a night of having a good time. You know what I mean? And you forgot the you forgot to put the weapon in the armory or wherever it's supposed to be. Man,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
forget you on your phone when you're on base. Oh no, they
Oh
ain't doing
no!
that.
Oh no! They hit you. Hey, look, you have some young private airmen pulling you over, talking trash at
I
you.
mean,
Well, the other thing though,
it's cool for the newer soldiers or
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, staying in the barracks and stuff like that, and the newer ones that's married and might have a family and whatnot. It's good for them, probably start out staying on base. I do agree with that. But once you get experienced and you realize that you getting entitlements for staying off base, and you are pretty much in control. I mean, I always felt like when I was on the base, you know, I was oversaw. But once I left that motherfucker, I was actually
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah.
I'm responsible for me and what's going on here until I report back to this motherfucker in the morning or whenever it might be. You know what I mean?
The
I just
only
had a different.
yeah.
I say that I guess I can base it, kind of use the UCMJ as a as a stomping ground. You know what I mean? Even though
Mm-hmm.
we felt under it regardless,
Mm-hmm.
just being on that base, you know what I mean, it was definitely enforced. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like
That's
it's
in my
better.
opinion.
My
But Wally,
opinion,
you
like
got to
the
look
only
at it
time.
though, not as being a soldier, being a retiree. Don't look at it as
Mm-hmm.
being a
Oh,
soldier.
see,
Nah.
I mean, if that's the discussion, if that person is a retiree and
Yeah, you talking about as a retiree, not as
As a
he
not as a
prefers to
retiree.
stay on the
soldier.
No,
post.
I'm talking about I'm talking
Right.
about a
No,
retiree.
that poster just was up saying I prefer staying on the
Right. As a
post.
retiree. As a
Okay,
retiree.
now I mean, what's the background on that though? Like, is it elements or is it for
No, you
security
don't have to
or
be.
No,
All you got to
no.
be is
no?
military.
I'm asking why does
Oh,
he
what do you
prefer
why he
living on
prefers that?
post
Oh,
housing
oh.
as a retiree? I mean, what's the perks to that? That's all I was asking. I mean, unless he's kind of stable and got
Or
different
it's
appointments and
cheaper,
stuff
or
like
it's
that.
cheaper,
It ain't
or
cheaper.
no,
No.
I know they charge you the same like they charge downtown. But the
And
only reason why
I don't know what this
no
guy is. It might be safer to stay on the
yeah.
motherfucker. I don't know.
And
I
it's
mean,
and to me, only time I stayed, I decided to stay on base. If I was coming from overseas, yeah, because I got all this furniture, and then once I got established in with the around the area, then I just moved out as soon as I can because reason why when I got here, I had two JTRs. I had like 15,000 pounds from overseas and 15,000 pounds here in the United States, and I had two sets of everything. It was crazy. I got back here, I didn't know what to do. I had a bunch of stuff in storage. It was too much.
I would say this, Wally. Let's say like you wanted to live in California and there was an opening at Camp Pendleton or an opening at I forgot the Navy base there. Coronado. What's the Navy base there in San Diego?
it's in San
Is it
Diego.
Coronado?
No, it's
Um,
ain't that where the darn you got Pendleton is out there and damn,
I know Pennington
that's
is in
Man, I can't. I know, man. I know that base you're talking about in San Diego because I had a friend that
shit,
he
I'll
was
look
an
it up.
officer.
I
He
can't
was like
think
an
of it.
admiral or something like that. He was an admiral or something like that.
But
He
anyway,
he was at
let's say
that
you want to
base.
live in California. Now it
Base
would
there,
be
naval
cheaper.
base in San Diego.
It would be cheaper, Wally, to rent on the
United States
base.
Navy base in San Diego, California. It is the largest base of the United States Navy.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess it's called Naval Base San Diego. I guess.
Yeah, it's the
yeah.
Yeah.
longest
Now
naval
we're talking
base.
about cost of living.
Right.
So
Oh,
okay, and then California is going to probably be expensive. So as opposed to making money, via your BAH, BAS, or whatever OH, whatever it might be, yeah, now you probably gonna be coming out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because your entitlements are not gonna be able to cover your rent and your expenses. So then, yeah, it probably would behoove you to move on post unless you wanted to go live in Tijuana or somewhere in the hood where the cost of
Shit,
living
no.
it meets what you're getting with your entitlement. So in that particular case, then I probably bite the bullet and find a hustle. To be honest, man. Because
But see,
again,
this
like
is
I said, I mean, I would like to be out to sit on my lawn, and I might be a little buzzed, and them security forces roll up, and if anything, you know what I mean, then you in the wrong, and now this, and now your first sergeant and your commander is getting, and you just trying to be an adult and just what I mean, live or whatever, but you're confounded to the installation and the rules and regulations of the installation.
Oh, for sure. You got to go by all the rules now.
And it's enough
yeah.
going through it throughout the duty day. You know what I mean? I don't want to go home and I'm still in the same predicament. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Shit, I get in my shit and I shoot deuces. Once I hit that gate, man, it's like
Deuces.
okay, I got the mask off for a couple hours, and you know what I mean? Like, but when I go in there, you know, you gotta comply to certain standards and things of that nature, which I'm okay with. But it's a time to do that, and it's a time to take your head off. And I think going from a job and then just going right around the corner or across the road or whatever it might be, and still be on that escalation.
It's like you living in the barracks to me. That's
Yeah, pretty
living on the
much. No,
village.
you pretty much you live and work and sleep where you work. I
mean,
just like
that's
that
why-
separation once I got the opportunity.
This is military housing on post right here. This is in where is this? Raleigh, North Carolina, Kansas, or Raleigh, Kansas. So this is base housing. Depending on your grade when you got out, I think it goes by your grade, your military grade. When you got
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Okay, retired.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I used to have to inspect those houses and stuff sometimes.
Damn, they got rabbits too. And then you got a little backyard, you know.
You got to maintain that stuff too, up to state, especially
No,
in the Air Force.
they usually have contractors come out and take care of that once a week.
No, when I was
Normally,
in,
depending on the contract. That's when
When
you
I-
was in Mr. B. Shit, we used to paint. We used to have to paint rocks. Shit, we had to paint rocks when you was in.
no, and grass,
Change culture.
and grass.
Yeah,
Make
change.
it-
Yep, paint the grass too. It's a change culture, man.
that base was immaculate, man. I'm serious.
I
would
guess
say-
it wouldn't be. I look at it like this, Wally. It depends on how much is rent outside the base. Like for example, in San Diego, and I wanted to live where Camp Pendleton was. Let's just say the Marine base, for example. I want to be somewhere in that area. If my house is 4,500 and I can live on the base for 22, I'm taking the base.
Yeah, I am too.
At the end of the day, I guess it will boil down to what you prefer. Because I'm sure you got the 4,500, but if you're saving, when we going back to now, we saving whatever it might be. But where you taking that with you? I mean, I guess you can invest it, but at the same time, me personally, I you know, going in and out of a gate for 24 years, you know what I mean, almost daily.
Okay.
The mental anguish in
Mhm.
that, it kind of messes with my freedom. Even when I was, you know, when I used to go through, when I was out there and go through Lackland, it just put some type of a
I
little
get
bit
it.
of anxiety on me. You know what I mean? Like
I get it. When you
I gotta
left,
make
you
sure.
left.
I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure I ain't got this on me. I gotta make sure I'm. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
no. it's that tedious. You know what I'm saying? And then some of these little jokers now be targeting retirees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For whatever
Yeah, they
reason
do.
it might be. So it's like, man, I'm double your age, man. I thank you for your service and I respect what you're doing, but
I get what Tommy's saying right here, though, Wally, about the separation issue. Because for some guys, that's all they know. They left
Yeah.
home. They've been in the military since they were 18.
Mhm.
Probably stayed in till they was
Mhm.
35 to 40 years old, and they don't know no other life. There is
No.
no other life. Try civilian life, bro. They got out there and they said, "Hell no, let me go back to what I know."
No, they don't,
Man,
because you don't know.
If you make a certain rank, I believe. Well, I don't know now, but I believe after you made like E4, you know, you got to get out the barracks and you got to go downtown. You know what I mean? Or I don't know how it is now. I mean, but once you
Yeah, I don't know how it is now, Wally.
because they recycling it for the new E1s through E3s that's coming in, they need that space. So they think once you hit E4, well, at least in the Air Force, you're responsible enough to go and live downtown and pay your bills of that based off of what you're getting paid, including your entitlements. But I think also base housing is also an alternative as well. I don't know. I mean, some prefer the security of being on base and living like in that secure environment and community. Others like
Some people
myself, I got to
and
go, man.
and
I can't like
sometimes it depends on the person. If you get the person, because I've seen guys have 4 and 5 kids, and you live on
yeah,
base,
yeah.
it'd
It's more
be and you
feasible
have
to
it.
stay on base.
Yes, that's the
Yeah,
point. That's the only
it
thing.
depends on the circumstances, but I'm just speaking on, um, I guess from a single male retiree,
Yeah.
um,
Mm-mm.
that I haven't lived in a government dormitory since what was that 2001 2002, and then my first experience of living off base was right before I left Florida, and I roommate with one of my homies that was going through a little a divorce or whatever it might be, and I was only here for a couple months, but I went to Japan and I had to go back into to the dormitories for a little bit, but I think once I made E5, I was out, and once I seen BAS, BAH, and Cola. Oh man, I'm this is how much my rent is, so this is how much is going, you know what I mean, going getting tucked and about to go into to the IR, the Roth IR. I changed you're paying once a month
But it
versus twice a month, man. I like there was
no,
no
but
turning back.
when I was in Japan, we
Hmm.
wanted to stay on base because of downtown. Man, that rent was really high, but we stayed on base and the rent was different. And I remember when I got here, I had a little, I had a deficit problem with the government. I went down there, my partner, his wife was in charge of the whole finance. And I told her, I said, "What's going on?" I said, "What's going on?" She said, "Look, what's going on? You ain't living in Japan no more." I said, "Man, I'm broke."
But see the conversion rate back when I was there, the dollar the dollar to yen, the yen was more expensive at the time, but what they were paying, and like I said, the cola and BAH and BAS, I did all my grocery shopping at the so I did all my shopping on base, whereas though I didn't have to pay tax. So that was one thing. Like I said, I will live
And
on economy on certain things, but mostly I'm paying a dollar amount, but I'm getting the yen rate at the end of the day. So um,
can I ask you a question, Wally? Did you
yeah,
buy
shoot.
any strawberries and grapes inside the commissary? Remember how expensive they were? The strawberries, grapes, and something else. Man, I went in the commissary and I seen how much them mugs for a pound. I said, mm-mm. I said, well, I don't want to be having no grapes or no
See,
strawberries. I said,
here-
I
here-
said,
here-
I said,
here's the difference between me and you, Mr. B. If I want something, I mean, especially something like that. I mean, I'm not gonna be there. God darn, I ain't getting like that.
Just
I
picking up a
mean,
no.
baseball.
Hey, look. Hey,
and we
Markel,
talking back in
ten
the two
ten
thousands.
dollars. Listen, $10 a pound. I was like,
Mr.
nah.
B, you haven't traveled in a while. You haven't traveled in a while, Mr. B. If you're that concerned about something that you really want,
No. I'm just saying back then.
I'm
Back
telling you,
then,
but Mr. B, I'm telling
compared to
you
we were
right
getting
now.
paid. I'm talking
No,
paid
Mr. B,
compared to
I'm, Mr. B, I'm telling you right now. There's stuff from the U.S. If you're concerned about pricing, you'll never buy another thing in the U.S. when you leave the U.S. Because everything that comes out of the U.S. name brand,
oh
you
yeah,
paying
no.
30-40% more,
Oh
regardless of
yeah,
where you are in the world. You paying more.
right. I'm just talking about stuff like like grapes
Man,
and
yeah.
strawberries. No, I'm just saying back then compared to our pay, and all of a sudden you look at you know uh produce and it's like $10-12 a pound, and I'm sitting there going, you got to be kidding me. You're only going to get a you're only going to get a couple of
Hey,
you get
you
around
gotta
about
make you gotta make
This
what you
was
yeah
in
gotta
yeah
work.
Japan. This was in
yeah
Japan.
yeah
So
man, it
what
was
was you gonna spend the money on? Because you don't drink, you don't have a vice. Like, why
And now,
not
but
spend on your grapes and strawberries? You ain't got to say nothing. You got the extra money for it.
no. I used to go other places, go to the market because on base, the at the commissary it would be a lot expensive inside the commissary. Then you have I used to go down to the locals areas and stuff like that.
But you know
That's all
why
I'm
that
saying.
we're overseas, so therefore most people are not
No,
going to venture out into to the local economy. They're pretty much forced to go to the base and get their produce and things of that nature. So whatever
right,
the cost may be, and it's obviously going to be a cost comparison on what the conversion rate is what's going to drive the price. And
right,
what's
yeah,
most
right.
Americans going to do? They're going to go to the commissary and buy them. They probably going to be like just like you. Damn, $10 a pound for some grapes. I don't know why you $10 a
No,
pound for some grapes.
I'm just
That
saying. This
sounds
is
like an exaggeration, bro.
no, it ain't no exaggeration. I used to
$10 for a
I,
pound of grapes?
look. I'm telling
I'm
you the
asking. I'm
truth.
asking. All
No,
right,
yes,
you're right. I would
yes.
be grapes for no
Yes,
$10 a
I.
pound.
Hey, look, Wally. I used to look at it
And
and I say,
in the
nah.
2000s or the 90s when you was there, it was
Yeah,
$10 a pound.
1991. Man, yeah, man, 1990. Man,
Shit, I'm gonna Google how
hey,
much
look,
grapes are a
hey, look.
pound now.
I started. I when I walked past there, you pick it up, and all of a sudden you look up and you see the price. I just started laughing and put it back. I said, "This ain't happening."
Let me ask
Cause
you a
we,
question, Mr. B. How much are your grapes and your strawberries now in America in 2026?
oh, it's $6.99 a pound or something
Oh,
like
so
that.
it's less than it was in Japan
Yeah.
back
Oh
over
man.
30 years ago.
Yes. Yes. Way less, man.
And this
It
was
was
on this
crazy.
was on the this was on the bait this was on
This is on
Cadena, or
Cadena.
this was
This was on Cadena. So that's why I said it's different with me because I used to go out there and shop at the market, the locals. Some people didn't do that, but there's no way I was going to buy produce on base 'cause it was crazy. That's why I was like saying how I'm
that's
talking about the price difference.
that's supply and demand, and you on an island at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, we were
if
on Gilligan's Island.
I was at Yokota on mainland, so I had different options, you know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
I've never seen anything at this point that actually wooed me like, God damn, is this much? Normally, if it's something I want, then I'll get it.
No,
Now I
yeah,
might get a
I'm
shock factor at the register, like what but if I want it, I'm gonna get it. If I don't, I put the bitch.
I'm not I'm not saying I'm just saying that was when those are some of the things I used to see and it's be a shock and because on you're at the commissary, but here it is, you go through the gate and you go to the market and you're like you understand what I'm talking about? The price is
But
just
it's different from being abroad versus in this in the states in the
yeah, yeah,
continents, whereas
yeah,
they can do
yeah,
cost comparison things of that nature and
yeah.
match and stuff like
True,
that. But
true.
now I think they're doing that now. Whereas though even overseas, if you find something cheaper, I don't know. Don't quote me.
They
Quote
used
me
to
on
do
that
that
account.
price matching. I don't know if they still
Yeah,
do that price
I don't
matching.
know how it is
I
now.
don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't know how. I don't know how. Now, man, man, do a price challenge now. I remember, man, do a price challenge now. It's not even worth it. I just told. I remember one time I started doing a price. I said, just give it to me. Here's
exactly,
money. And
exactly. It
it
saves you
just
less of a headache.
it gets yeah. It got on my nerves
It
before
boils
it.
down. It boils to me. It boils down to two things. Either I'm gonna purchase the shit and stop complaining about the price, or put the shit
You
back.
can look. Check this out. Check this out. You can go like this. You can go like this. Show them your phone, right? Show them your phone and you show them the price where you price
Who is
challenge it,
them?
and the people at the BXPX wherever you want every at, and
Okay.
they sit
They don't
there
give a
and they
shit. They don't give.
no
They
they
on their
don't.
Instagram and they on their TikTok. Worry about you, man.
I
That's
sit
now
there.
culture.
I
Like
sit.
you're not a
No, no,
priority.
no.
You a
What I'm just
distraction.
saying. No, what I'm just saying is
Interruption.
before. What I'm just saying is prior to this, you do that and they go, oh, and you're off and you're gone. Now, man, you just like pulling teeth. I just say, here, just take the money. I just go, I don't care. Just 100, 200. I don't care. I don't want to deal with it.
Mr. B, because I have a hard time dealing with this generation now. It has to be tenfold for you because you get frustrated and irritated about everything. I mean, I tell y'all, I rather just stand between my four walls. Whereas no, I mean, I'm speaking honestly because I'm frustrated too with the level of customer service, the level of disrespect, the level of a lot of stuff. But this is no longer our culture. You know what I mean? This is what's coming up. And I learn more and more as I go out, you know, because like I said, I'd rather say right the fuck here where I ain't got to deal with none of that. But for you, man, dude, how you manage?
I don't know.
Come on here and vent.
I just Hey, Wally.
You taking to church with you on Sunday?
I pray. Hey, look, hey, I'm constantly in prayer, Wally. I'm
That's all we
constantly in
can
prayer
be, man.
because,
Right on.
because you know
I
that's
don't
what
see
I
no
do.
change, man. I mean, we are the last of a dying breed, man. We got to accept what's going on at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. How they
And we behind the eight ball because they got AI and technology on each side. So
no, we behind, Wally. We gonna always have the advantage because without that phone, let the electricity go out. They fuck.
Oh man, they do.
And in that retrospect, I totally agree. But I'm just saying, I mean, we ain't had no one up. We had to do everything traditionally the way our parents raised us to do it.
Yeah,
that's what they went through. The difference with this generation, we're learning as they're learning. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, if they had to go, like, you know, they go shopping, everything's in a box. If they just say everything shut down and you had to do everything from scratch, man, they'll be sitting there looking around. What I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of evident because they don't know. They never experienced it. So if you took that lifeline away from them at the end of the day.
Oh man.
They trying to do stuff like this for TikTok.
You know, every time you put this guy
they got their tick and they got their top.
Damn. I don't know how y'all
can
watch this shit because this shit can actually happen to us. I never put myself in this position. Oh my
It ain't gonna happen. Hey, look, I can believe you, me, Wally, not me. This is stupidity.
It is.
Man. Oh man. Oh, come on, man. Oh man.
That could be a lifelong goddamn injury right there on his back. Oh, he stepped on the dog, he bit the shit out. That's a bowling ball.
See, they just fucked up somebody's Airbnb.
Oh man.
That's courtesy of your boy Tommy there.
Hey, that's just crazy. That is just crazy. That is just crazy.
Did you broadcast you was coming on Thursday, man? I woke up in the middle of the night Thursday.
No.
The fuck?
No, I think in the chat he said he's gonna come. I think. No.
Oh, okay.
Hey, wow, yeah, man, you petting the lion.
Oh man!
I take pictures of the lion.
Oh man! She died. Oh, she died.
Yeah,
oh man!
Yeah, that's a fucking lion. What the hell you doing? You trying to take pictures?
Did you say, "Hey, kitty"? What the fuck?
Hey, look, he looked so nice and he looked nice and gentle. She want the pet.
No, he mauled the shit out of and probably
that's a wild animal. What the hell?
Yes.
That's a wild animal, dude.
It's not domesticated.
Ain't got no respect for nature, bro.
Hey, you right? You in their home? That's why I don't understand. That's like, man, you know.
I ain't even look at it like that, Markel. Now, I can kind of agree more with the animal. Now, you ain't got no respect for my domicile at the end of the day.
It's just like guys around here. They go rock climbing and stuff, and they mess with the rams and stuff because they be playing with them, throwing rocks at them. You know what the rams do now? When they go up, you go want to look at them. They just come and just knock the snot out of your nose. So you're not allowed to go up there anymore to messing with them. You know, they be climbing on the mountains and stuff. They come off, they jump off the mountain and come chase you. That because they so tired of people messing with them.
Yeah, people ain't got no
Ignorance,
respect for
man.
nature.
Ignorance,
Yeah.
yeah. Ignorance.
That's all
Before you
right.
can just go up
People
there and
that
look
ain't
at
got
them.
respect for anything.
That's all right, Wally. Nature make you have respect. You ain't got to
Oh
have no
yeah.
respect.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
gonna
these
fix
dummies
you.
right here. They want to go out here and take pictures of elephants. Okay.
The
Goddamn
elephant look
Trump
like.
don't start,
You
Wally.
ain't never
Trump
heard
don't
the
start.
elephant in the room?
Trump
No.
don't even start.
So why
Trump
are
don't
they in their
start, Wally.
house?
They sitting there trying to start it. Nothing.
That's
Man,
why I
them
don't
business
get.
being
Why are
out there
you?
with a chaperone.
Hey,
We
they
don't.
lucky it was an elephant, Mr. B. They lucky it wasn't lions that they ass
Oh
out there.
man, they them lions would tore them up, bro. Them lions, it would be two or three. They said, especially the female. The female's the one that tear you up. The
They lucky as
females,
hell.
Well,
because
it just
the
depends on
females,
what species the animal is, man.
yeah, the no female lion. Those are the ones that go out and do the hunting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally
The
opposite.
male, the
They are the provisioners.
yeah, the male be sitting out there watching. The female go
No,
out there and tear it
sitting
up.
back scratching his nuts, sending his women out for his battles.
And then and they will
Damn, Wally.
tear.
The hell of
They
a
will
vision.
tear. Hey, look, they will tear you up. And
Ain't that the difference in dynamics? You'd think, one of the most powerful species in the wilderness, where we're taught, the male protects and provisions. Here it is, we got the most powerful, one of the most, and the male will sit back and lick his chubbies while the female go out there and hunt. That's vicious, man.
but the male, just say if there is a another bigger animal coming around, the male will get up and start some mess. But if he sits back and he says that, everything's cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her take him on. But if you get out of control, then I'm gonna get up. Maybe I'll get up and help. But basically, man, and I don't get it. I don't get why people want to go out there and mess with them. They ain't messing with you. You know what I'm talking about? Why you out there playing? Why you out there playing with these people? Playing with the
Interest.
Especially if you don't
like
have a title, like.
Hey, read that real quick, Wally.
to the death.
Is that something? Is that Australian or Australian?
Yeah, Australian businessman.
Or
First of all, I don't know why people think when they go abroad that these things that they doing are safe. This shit, 9 times out of 10, Wally, they ain't even got a license to operate whatever the hell they doing.
No, they're their test. No, that's their first one. You're the test. You're their test pilot. They never did it before. They said, "Oh, don't worry about it."
no. But this supposed to be the masculinity showing that. Oh, wow, oh no,
Mm-mm,
that is dangerous.
no.
You think I'm about to get on some shit like that in a
No.
country like
Nope.
no side?
Nope.
No
Nope.
side.
Nope. Nope.
Now she watched him fall to his death. There he goes.
Oh fuck.
And
Oh
he's in the
no.
shallow end of the water. He ain't even in the
Nope.
deep end.
Nope.
So
Mm-mm.
every bone was broken.
Pretty much, Wally.
What is this? The person behind him, was that the guide or someone? That
Yeah,
was
that's
his
that's
wife,
the person that's supposed to be instructing his ass, keeping him safe.
and
I'm just gonna tell
he
you right now.
froze up. And how did he
I'm a,
disconnect from the
I'm a,
actual the
Wally,
hey,
harness?
that's as
I'm a,
bad. That's not as bad as the girl that got
look,
tossed over for the
look,
damn bungee cord. They didn't even have the bungee cord attached to the girl. They
look.
had her just threw her over the bridge.
Look. Let me explain it to you. I wouldn't have been falling because somebody's arm would have been broke. I'm grabbing on. I wouldn't have fell. The person that they would have fell because I'm serious. I had a grip. I'd have been a monster grip on that arm. That arm would have came off something. Cause no man. Mm-mm.
Dude,
I
I'm
wouldn't do
telling
it in the
y'all like
first
this.
place.
I wouldn't have
I'm
been
telling
doing
y'all
this shit.
I'm telling y'all the truth like this. As long as I've been here, Wally, a lot of these tourist attractions, they ain't got license one, insurance one. And they be operating y'all ass out there floating around. It's like,
Not
okay,
me. Not
okay.
me. Not me. I always see people do that. You gonna do because I think they do that like the bungee jumping. You know the bungee jumping.
That that
I
that
said,
that that right there, like What the
Mm-mm.
fuck? I mean, I don't. What kind of rush is that? That sound like you rushing to goddamn die.
You
Because
want
if that bitch could get like one thread pop, that's your biscuit in your neck is fucking
Hey,
goddamn.
hey, I seen the video. I seen the video when somebody bungee jumped, and all of a sudden, the bungee it stretched out and they hit the ground. Bam! And then they came back up. They
You
done.
hit the
Now,
ground again,
at least
probably.
they had a bungee cord. This lady right here, they
Oh, she
got
ain't.
her. The guy behind her looking at, she ain't got the bungee cord is right here. There's the bungee
Yeah, I
cord.
see. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Ain't on her nowhere. And he looked right at, look, she ain't got shit on her wallet, nothing.
Look at her feet.
Now he looking at her. He looking dead at it. And they just throw her ass off.
I think her husband. She got her husband with him. He must have paid. He must have
No, she
paid
was
to
a
have
young
that done.
girl. She was like 22, 23,
She was, but
22.
she didn't. She didn't feel no rope on her. Man,
Mr. B, she excited. She trusted
She
these people
don't
to
know.
she
Yeah,
trusted these
yep.
people to know you
And
would trust them
adrenaline.
that they know what they're doing. Let's just be
And
honest about
adrenaline.
this.
Yep.
no,
You
I don't
saying
trust
this,
no.
you saying this, Mr. B, after the fact.
You
After this
don't, but
happened.
you 60,
I don't
50.
trust.
I don't even know what your
I don't
age is, so I
trust.
ain't gonna tell you. But you at a
I
certain
don't
age
trust
range, so
nobody.
yeah, we
Mm-mm.
not gonna know. Hell no. You're not gonna be able to throw me off no shit. And I got a cord just supposed to be hanging to my legs, and hopefully that shit it stops when it's supposed to. If not, my shit splattered all over my brain's all splattered over the fucking goddamn seat in it. Ain't no way in the world. I ain't got trust in people, period, man. So
Hey,
add that.
I may go up there and watch him. I watch him, but I'd be like,
I won't even do that, man, bro. You know how much that's no, I don't. That's why I be cringing when you be showing shit that because
yeah.
that shit,
And
motherfucking, it embeds some shit in me when I see trauma, especially on the people like. When I know I won't even jump off the back of a pickup truck no more, man. I'm gonna sit down and scoop my ass. I'm
I ain't even
preventing
thinking.
an injury as possible, man.
I ain't even thinking about. I'm not even thinking about. I wouldn't even thinking about jumping off one step.
At least if
Main
you
man,
gonna throw me
exactly.
off,
Main man with that huh?
I was gonna say at least you gonna throw me off, give me a shot, throw me in the water. Let me fall in the ocean or fall something. Give me a shot
Not
to
straight
survive.
concrete or tar where my
You
shit
done
gonna
throw me off a
bust
Hey,
open
cliff.
like a watermelon.
hey,
You
hey!
done throw
If
me
you
off a cliff, Wally, with no bungee. Shit.
look, let me explain something to you. You hit that water.
That's
You hit that water. Is
diabolical,
like
man.
it. When you hit the water, it's like a sheet of you hitting like you hitting concrete. You gonna bust
Right.
up. If you,
You be
but
That's
you
messed up,
true.
gotta.
but
I mean, you
you may
at least
survive,
I
but
mean,
you got a
it
better
might
chance.
tear
Yeah,
all
that's true.
it might
That's
tear all
true.
your skin off, but it ain't gonna crack your goddamn cranium. You hit that motherfucking concrete. This shit like a watermelon in a fucking vice. That shit gonna fucking goddamn
You hit the side of a mountain.
implode.
They threw up, Wally. They threw off
Oh
the side
man.
of a mountain, dog. When she hit the bottom, it was over. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't
she
left.
was done. No, that was a terrifying death because
Because, bro,
she
she got
meant.
to be thinking this bungee cord gonna spring here at some moment. Nothing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I
Most
seen.
people, and I got attest to this because I used to be young, you don't think about the consequences. You think about the rush and what you're trying to go through. You don't expect nothing to go wrong. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, shit. I ain't jumping off the back of a pickup truck. And I told y'all, I bought a harness. So just in case I got to get the fuck from that. But that's the only risk I'm putting myself at. So for certain reasons why I'm up so high. But other than that, nah, I try to stay out of less things that's gonna get me injured as possible because shit, guys, shit, we injured enough, whether it be mentally or physically, man. Like I don't need to put no more on my body than a nigga bears. So
Climbing.
try to
Hey,
stay
look,
away from.
climbing ladders.
Damn, where Howie at? Ain't no Howie there on Saturday. People hitting the clubs. It's hot. It's summertime.
Oh, I don't know.
Anybody talk to Mr. Miles?
Mm-mm.
He was in the chat, so he's still alive and kicking. I know that he was in the chat
Okay.
earlier.
Well,
Yeah.
that's noted. That's noted.
He was
I
in the
guess
chat.
I guess Tommy was if Tommy showed up, he showed up.
Shit,
Uh,
shit be getting weird, man. Like,
Tommy, he probably getting out of work. He's still at work.
Oh, what
And
about
Seal
Seal?
probably had something going on, or he at work, one of the two.
Mm.
yeah, I think he might be back at work or whatever. Um, man, hey, did y'all discuss the LeBron decision on Thursday?
That
Nah,
was
nah.
it came out. They came out and they said he was going to Miami, and then all of a sudden, came out later on and said he going to Philadelphia, and I was like, wow, because I remember
I mean,
Embiid
Excuse me.
didn't want him to go there a long time. He wanted to go to Philadelphia a long time ago before he went. I think before he went to Miami, he wanted to go to Philadelphia, and Joel Embiid said he didn't want him there. And
well, to
now
be
Joel
honest with
Embiid
you,
did Joel Embiid turn around and wrote him and asked him to come there.
it's a good move for LeBron if he trying to get a title.
Oh yeah, man. This with
That was
he
one of the better choices for him because
that's
he got.
no that's Brown, Maxey, Joel Embiid. Man, that's a crazy squad, man. That's going to be a crazy
Well,
squad.
it all depends on Embiid. A lot of it's going to depend on Embiid's health. Is he going to make it a full season? How's he going to be during the playoff?
What
All
you
but rides on Joel Embiid.
what you said? What you said? Peanut brittle.
It all rides on Joel Embiid. That's what
You got
rides.
hey, you need to start calling him peanut brittle because he's peanut brittle, man. That dude, I don't know, man. I just don't. I just hope if he can make it through the season, you know what I'm saying? They're unstoppable because you can't stop him going to the. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to
He's
say they're unstoppable now, Mr. B. You're going a little far with
no,
that one.
I'm just saying when if he gets that ball down low and he takes it towards the basket, it's hard to stop him. But
He's not peanut brittle, Mr. B. He's overweight and he's cut down. I think he gained 20% muscle and lost a lot of body fat. So he's overweight and shit. He's seven, however many feet tall, and he
seven
was
foot,
over
yeah.
300 something pounds. That's a lot of weight on your knees at the end of the day. So I think he's definitely committed. Barring the injuries and stuff like that. But I think that he's committed. In
Well,
my opinion, go ahead.
LeBron can help him out, with that too, because LeBron know how to take care of his
Oh,
body.
listen, LeBron can mess around and average, either a double double or triple double this season because he's clearly going to be the facilitator. And all the Philadelphia guards, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jalen Brown, they all off the ball guards. You know, LeBron is a wizard with that ball and pass it. And then the only thing that's going to slow up the rotation is going to be him and Embiid. So, but as long as everybody plays their role, I think the biggest challenge is the coaching staff to make all this mesh at the end of the day. And then they need to be working on that right now with all that talent. But I seen something today about the Dwight Howard. So if the Sixers can get another big, and I seen they signed, I think they might have signed uh, KDP, Pope, or whatever it might be. So,
Oh,
and then it
Caldwell.
was talk, yeah, and then it was talks about bringing Ben Simmons back. So, whoever that GM is now, is he working it, man. He's working it, man. I mean, everything is not credible, but I seen stuff about trying to trade from Ronnie James and stuff like that, which I don't really. If he wants to, not live in his dad's glory or whatnot, I don't know, but Sixers is putting some stuff together, and they definitely gonna be a number one or number two contender coming out the East, man.
I think they're going to be number one. It's going to be hard to stop them if
Barring injuries,
Embiid,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Barring injuries, but
if Embiid stays healthy, it's going to be hard to stop them.
see. That's the thing. That's why I said to have a good backup, big, because based off of time and how things have been going, he hasn't been able
No.
to sustain
No.
a full season. Now,
No.
granted, I think they're all in agreement. LeBron came, for 2 years because he wants to win a chip. Period. Or he could have went back
Exactly.
to Cleveland or went back to Miami, but he think his best. Obviously, it wasn't
Oh,
Golden State.
ooh,
Ooh, wow.
oh man. I went and got a machete and chopped his head off. Oh man, a rhino?
I now just watch this shit for the weirdness, man. I don't even look at the reaction show. Is that a panda? I mean, what was
Bear.
that?
That was a
What kind of bear
bear.
was
That
that?
was a bear.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was a
What kind of
bear.
bear was that?
Man, he
That's
trying
like a
to chase a
moccasin.
snake. What do you
That was a
think?
Kangaroo?
black that was a black moccasin. That was a black moccasin.
Look at the bear going in the house.
Oh man. Mm-mm.
Look at that shit. Look
That
at that
monkey,
shit.
man, you ain't getting that back. That monkey
Fuck
will
out of
tear
here.
you up.
That's a ram. Ooh, you
No, that's a
dummy.
cow.
Yeah. What up? Oh, rhinos.
That's a rhino,
You
man.
better
You don't mess
stop,
with that.
motherfucker.
I'd have stomped on that, bro. Ain't no way I mess with that rhino.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You'd have took some collateral damage. I say iguana.
It's
What is
people
that?
doing what they do.
Oh, there they are. See that right there? They can climb on the side of rocks, man.
That's an iguana.
Yeah.
That's not a. Nah, that wasn't an iguana. His head wasn't big enough. It was something from the rest. It wasn't no alligators.
Oh man, they
Man,
stupid
moose,
now.
dude,
Man, you
a
start,
moose will tear your ass
man.
apart.
That's like 2,000. She weigh around about 2,000 pounds, man. You better leave that thing alone, bro.
And she's skinny. Ooh.
Oh man, he took his fish.
Look
Oh
at the
man, that
snake.
shark.
A snake.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of there. With all them goddamn species in there.
Oh
Ooh.
man. He's playing around with him and he
You
said, I'm
dumb
open.
bitch.
Oh man, she's
You
stupid.
dumb bitch.
Look at the gator coming. There's the gator. Dolphins.
Oh man.
Yeah, dolphins.
Man, them dolphins, them dolphins can kill
They
you,
came in a
bro.
pack too. Yeah. In a pack, like what the fuck? Oh my goodness.
Is that a gazelle?
Yeah.
They trying to feed a gazelle. Yeah.
He took whatever they had. This is my shit.
He took he took wherever he want.
I don't even know what the hell that was. Gator.
Oh no. I just threw the pole in the water. I threw the pole in the water.
Oh, he mean business. He about to rip that shit up.
You
Oh,
better
he
bust
oh
the damn
oh
tire.
that
He
tire
even
is gonna be butt.
Now why they fucking with this cow?
Drop that bike. What is-
Oh man, that's one of them big cows too, boy.
Ooh.
Damn, jump right on his ass.
Ooh. That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Bon appetit. Oh
Shut
man,
up.
no,
Jockey.
man,
The white
no,
shirt.
man. Great white, yeah.
Yeah.
Now look at this fool.
Oh,
He out here
oh,
filming.
he in a toot. Come on, man.
He out there filming. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Oh, are you kidding me?
No, man, that fox would tear.
We got some good salmon.
Yeah, salmon. That's why I say right here where we're at, man. Them
Ooh, that shit.
them bears.
Somebody splashed shit on him. Ooh,
Oh
that trunk. You motherfucker, don't play with me.
man.
Damn, the bear came in the house. Look at the bear. Just come up to the house.
He better get in that door.
No, he got pretty good self resilience, man. Cause goddamn,
No, he get no.
Just texting his
I'd be scared. Oh, gorilla.
The resilient I have is open the door and close it and keep running.
No, he had to get him out first, and then like
Oh,
he
the
didn't
bear
even want
in
to
the
grab
car.
the door. He just wanted to put something in front of it to barricade it. Blackbeard. Oh, Lord.
Man.
See how they have the
Oh man, you
the
mess
whistle
around with an
dog to not
elephant.
mess with the baby.
You messing with an elephant, man, in the water. See, that's what I was talking about. Those seals
Mhm.
around here. The seal will like you said, he get a hold of your hold of your salmon. He bite it in half.
Well, again, Mr. B, as I always say, man, we keep on building on top of these creatures' habitat,
Oh yeah,
and,
man.
it's not like they're gonna disappear. They gonna
No, no.
become part of
They
the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I said, you have
They have nowhere to go at.
you have 7 deer, right? When I see
Yeah, and
deer, you know what I think? You know
they
who's
prey
following those
on
deer? You know who's following the deer, right?
yep,
Lions,
absolutely,
bears,
absolutely,
coyotes.
absolutely.
Look at this shit.
I didn't see any lions and bears in San Antonio, but I seen some foxes and you know
Wow. Look at
some
this shit.
yes. I'm
That
looking at it.
truck,
Oh man, he
that thing
tearing that.
fucked up. It ain't going nowhere now. He busted the water pump. It's gone.
So you gonna sit there and watch him? Man, I turn that thing on, I'll be
Damn, this
gone.
snake is
That's
ready
cover.
to strike. Shit.
What was that?
It was a
Oh man,
snake.
those are
Yeah, I
boars
seen that.
right
What kind of
there.
snake was it?
Oh, I don't know. But he
Those
was
are
ready to
boars
strike.
right there, man. Them
I ain't never
boars.
seen. I never seen that color before. Yeah, those is wild boars. Oh, it's a bird who popped the string. That's another
Look at
thing.
Oh
Gator.
man,
Why are y'all
he's in
out
the
there and shoot where
he's in the
Gators at?
he's in the kayak.
In a
I don't understand
kayak,
why
man,
they
that
out there
shit could
with Gators
easily
at.
flip
Oh
over.
shit. That's a spider.
Yeah, tarantula. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She's
Damn.
stupid, man. Man, that monkey would
Dummy.
kill you. That little monkey could kill her. Oh
Damn. Yeah,
man,
threw that in the
Ow.
car. What
that's
is
like an
that?
owl. That owl will tear you up.
Oh yeah, them
And
monkeys in
those
there
monkey,
enjoying
them
they
monkeys, that
enjoying
monkey
lunch.
will kill you. That monkey and that kangaroo, will kill you too. Lean back on that tail and hit you. You done.
Porcupine.
Oh
Shit
man,
on
you
your
see it
turd.
right on their chest, right in their chest too.
What that bike gonna
Did,
do with
did
this
he?
damn fool?
Did he shoot her? Yeah, you better get out of Dodge,
Yeah,
dickhead.
he shot
He
her right
trying
in
to
the
make himself
chest.
big, but that
He
bike, I
shot
see
her.
what he's trying to
She
do.
shot her in the breast. You see her shot, get
Damn,
shot in the
octopus on
breast.
his back.
That's a big one too.
Oh, that dog, boy. That dog mean business.
Wild
He's
dog.
riding the hell out that bike.
Yeah, he is. Hey, I know about that, boy. We used to have some dogs around the way, boy. You be. Oh man, this dude is stupid. This dude is stupid. Those are gators, wasn't they?
Damn, snake underneath. Shit.
Oh man.
Lose that motherfucking leg. Look at these motherfuckers there. Like,
They ain't got. They
give
don't
me,
want to give them
give me
no.
them
They want
seeds.
some. You
Give me
better
all
give
that
it to
shit,
them.
bitch.
Better give it to them, man. I throw that
I
whole
don't know why you
bag to
still
get
holding
them.
it
Yeah,
in
she
your
doing
hand.
that little shit. Yeah, she doing that little shit. You better get
Yeah,
rid
this
of it.
motherfucker then flew
Right.
in the house. You don't even know
That's
it.
a hawk. That's a hawk.
Look at
Oh,
this. Look at this. Oh no.
That looked like a grizzly.
yeah, it was a good. Yes,
Look at that
Oh
bison.
man, she's so stupid, man. That thing will kill you. What do they weigh about 3,000 pounds?
hey man, that I was
That
leaving
looked like a hawk. That looked like a
the
hawk.
base in North Dakota, and a bison was in the middle of the road. Man, they had to fucking detour the traffic back to another gate. Man, had to wait on it to move. Them things is huge.
I think I remember I was going salmon fishing and we are going by this farmer's his farm along the trail. And I just so happened to have a red shirt on and all the cows and the bulls were out there. My one friend said,
Fuck,
man, he
this
said,
motherfucker
oh
watching you,
no.
just sitting there watching you.
Man, that bear, oh
Run.
no, that's a moose. Oh
Hell
man.
yeah.
I told you I had encounters with a
Ooh,
moose. Oh
Oh,
man.
she had a baby out there. That's why I had a cub.
Yeah.
yeah, she's protecting. Yeah,
Damn, cat went up there and snatched that motherfucker down. Oh no, it's a gator
Oh
coming.
man.
Something coming.
Oh
Yeah, that's the
yeah, man.
gator. You
I leave that thing
crazy.
alone. Oh man. That's why I said I'll never go fishing in Florida.
Dude, now you
Oh
crazy. This
no.
right
Oh
here,
man.
insane. You insane.
what is
More
she
You
doing?
insane.
slipped.
And they
She
still
slipped.
outside. They still outside trying to look at it.
Bro, she slipped. That was her ass. She was through.
No, but it's still outside the car. You see that guy standing up trying to look at it?
Who is that? A
I,
bird?
I've yet to see a certain
Holy
ethnicity of
shit! That's
people
a
with
A
that
cub.
shit.
baby
They lucky
bear.
that was a cub.
Yeah, the mother ain't too far from that. Oh man, these seals, I hate them, man. You go salmon fishing, you might go home. All the salmon are
Hmm.
gone.
Shark.
I
Oh, that
remember at
close to land?
I remember at MacDill Air Force Base, guys just be kids be swimming in the water, and guy got bloody meat out there fishing for shark.
That's a big ass banana spider.
It was a
Oh, give me
spider. The
that.
damn bird got him.
Yeah, that
Look at
bird.
Give me
that.
that.
Hey
Come
man,
on.
them kangaroos, boy. They lean back on their tail and hit them
And they
with them
jab the shit out you.
with them feet. Oh
Oh,
man,
he lucky. Where he get kicked at? In
nah,
his back? He didn't
right in
get
the
kicked in his
chest.
head, did he?
He got
Okay.
kicked in the chest.
The hell is that?
Yeah, man, you don't walk behind horses, man.
What the hell is that? They went in the
Something
That's
in the
pool.
one of them
water.
lizard.
That's a
It's a
gator.
gator or something.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's a
Yeah, it's a
gator.
gator.
gator. Damn gator came right up and attacked their ass in the backyard.
Yeah, right in they pool. Oh man, the
Oh
moose.
shit!
Man, the moose, man. I'm
That was
telling you,
the
man, they
best
weigh around
move.
about
Just to
two
fall over.
thousand 2,000 pounds.
That's a hammer shark. That's a hammerhead shark. And this fool out there walking around, boy, I tell you.
I told you in Florida they used to fish for them. They'd be on the beach and they'd be out there fishing for them, and the kids be playing
Oh,
in the
that's a
water.
bear running after the dogs.
Black bear. Yeah. And the dog's trying to warn the owners, like, yo, man, get the fuck on.
Look at the bear. The
They're bringing
bear
the
is
ring
ringing the
camera.
doorbell. Yeah, he said, "Come out." He said, come out and play."
Oh shit! Look at that
Ooh.
snake.
She done peed on herself.
I didn't.
Look at
The
that little
dog,
dog
So
out there
that
running up the
little
tree.
dog, that little terrier, treat
just
that. Oh, but
all this shit coming homeowner.
no, but
Home
the
only.
no, but those terriers are trained to do that. They're pretty smart, fast.
Shit. Till he get that bear, got to hold his little ass. Then he ain't got to worry about it
Oh
no
no,
more.
that bear ain't gonna get a hold of that little terrier. Terriers are fast, man. That's what they're trained to. They train them to do. They're naturally trained to do that kind of stuff. But
I don't know. But people are
if
crazy,
he
Robert. People crazy.
they more than crazy. They don't understand
No,
they're in somebody else's house.
I would say they ignorant, man.
Yeah,
They're ignorant.
they coming over somebody's house and they wasn't even invited.
But what I can commend is I didn't see a bit of militant in any of those clips, man. So,
Oh
Over
no,
few of them.
mm-mm.
but
She ran
they
from the
call us
snake.
crazy though. They call us crazy though, huh?
No, we ain't volunteering to go out there and do no dumb shit like go out there and stand next to the bear to get no
No.
photo. That's some dumb shit.
That sounds like
Mm-mm.
crazy, right? Crazy, dumb.
Mm.
Man. I know that hurt.
Well, it's down.
And look who's up there conducting the god. Let me be
Now,
quiet.
see, that's dumb shit you talking about there, Wally. That's just
Yeah. Oh man.
look at this.
Oh, that is just stupid. That's just stupid. It's just dumb.
Right back to you.
You lucky to hit him right in the back. That point to hit him in the back of the head and knock him out.
Hey, you ain't gonna slip off that. I can see the shit before it happens. Like,
Hey, that's when you got old, Wally. You ain't got that same balance you used to have.
Mm-mm-mm.
property damaged.
Mm.
Trying Trying to show off.
Shit, ain't
Trying to
much
show
left.
off. Trying to
What
show
was that?
off.
Oh, too much weight.
Oh man. Oh man,
What
this
the
is something.
fuck?
This is stupid, man.
Mm. Mm.
That's stupid, man.
No, not the little kids.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
OG.
Ooh, endo.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh man. What was he
And
doing?
they unconscious. It looked like she did an endo into the goddamn windshield and went unconscious. Oh yeah, buddy. You didn't secure that, dude. Ooh.
Hey, that's another reason I don't want no house, man. You just
Oh,
accumulate a lot
man.
of shit you don't even need. Just keep
Yeah,
buying.
exactly.
Just keep
Yeah.
adding on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
It's
I'm
feel
trying,
like-
I'm trying to get rid of stuff. All I want is a TV and a couch. That's it.
Hey, Wally, with an apartment, hey, you just get what you need. I just got what I need. I don't need nothing extra.
Exactly.
TV, all you
Exactly.
need is a television and a couch. That's it.
I don't need a TV. I just need
Wow.
Wi-Fi. Fuck a TV.
No, I just want to see my sports. I just want to see
I
my
can see them on
sports.
TV.
That's it.
Hey, there ain't nothing on the internet. There ain't nothing out there I can't see on the internet. Nothing.
Absolutely.
Yo, fellas, I'm going to have to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
we about to get up off here.
All right, then.
All right, bud. I'll see
Take
y'all next week,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, man. Saludos, man.
See y'all on payday. Y'all get them early VA checks.
All right. All right, peace.
I kindly pay you Tuesday.
All right, man. Later.
Later.
All right. All right.